We just got us a whole bunch of new information about Wayfinder from a release date all the way to player housing and so much more. And lucky enough, we do not have to wait for a TennoCon net months like I originally was expecting. We now know a lot more stuff, and today in this video we're going to go over everything that just got announced for Wayfinder. And of course, before we hop into this, I do want to give a big thank you to everybody supporting over on Patreon, YouTube, Twitch, link below. Thank you for the support, my dudes, and also welcome back to your #1 stop for Wayfinder information, gameplay, how-tos, and of course, all that jazz. And with that, let's jump into this and let's discuss some Wayfinder. So this information is coming from the official Twitter account for Wayfinder. And of course, now we know we are going to be having ourselves a showcase for early access on July 20th at 1 p.m. Central. And of course, I will be covering it here on YouTube as well, over on Twitch as well. And we're going to be jumping into all of it because, as you probably know if you have hung around my live stream and heard my rants from the top of the mountain about my excitement for Wayfinder, you would know I'm absolutely going to be covering this because we got a breakdown of some of the stuff that actually going to be in this showcase. So to start off, obviously the big news here is the early access release date. As far when we can actually play it, I'm personally going ahead and put my money on probably sometime mid to late, or I guess I should say probably late to early September. That is pretty much my guess, especially since we do have a TennoCon coming up here very soon on August 26th, and honestly, I don't foresee the release date being before TennoCon because why I get technically release it, especially with TennoCon being only a few weeks later. I honestly expecting it to be TennoCon will happen. We will get any more information. Maybe that when the pre-order will start for the game itself, and we will roll out of TennoCon into the release sale. If you're not aware, of course, TennoCon is not just for Warframe, but Digital Extreme is a publishing Wayfinder. So I don't bet it happening before TennoCon at all. Leave that in my guess. Let me know in the comment below. When do you think the release date will actually be? Because either way it go, we're going to be finding out very, very soon. And outside of the release date itself, we are going to find out some more information about the Founder Pack, which I am super curious to find out about this, since there is a few things that were talked about and some stuff that is still up in the air about the Founder Pack itself, which is, of course, the whole way of how we're going to buy it, since this is going to be a early access game, at least on Steam. And they did say that selling Founder Pack is not something that they can do through Steam as a early access game, and since it will be a separate purchase, more than likely going to their own website or their own client. So I'm kind of curious to find out if, as far as this is concerned, how much of this is going to be like, if the game itself is tied to the Founder Packs, and that also the other thing that seems to be a little bit up in the air. I have heard both. The game will be free at launch. I have heard other things of the game being Founder Pack and then free later on. So getting some verification on that will be fantastic. And if it is a Founder Pack to get into the game right now, once the game comes out in here and however long it might be, I wonder if there's going to be one of them cases where you buy the Founder Pack and you would just get a Steam key, or in the Founder Pack is just the release and you're just going to get it no matter what if you buy it on Steam. I'm super curious to see how they're going to work out, but nonetheless, we will find out about that as well. Also, a big thing here, which to my knowledge, I don't believe we have actually seen, which is a core player housing, since they are going to be showing off the housing itself. And I know, leave from the beta, from what I played of it, there was no housing or anything in the game. Well, it was like extremely far in, and I just missed it somehow. But nonetheless, from my experience, I know it wasn't in the game, what I have seen anyway. So that I believe will be the fourth time we will actually see housing information. So I'm super curious to see, is it going to go the way of the Final Fantasy 14 route, where we all going to be fighting over plots of land? Are we all going to have a house just in general, like to every player, such as like Final Fantasy 14? Oh, not 14, sorry, Final Fantasy 11. Or is it going to be something like in the middle, well, you're going to have to save up money and you can buy it, but once you buy it, you'll forever. I am so curious how they're going to operate, and also not even bringing in the other stuff tied to it, like will we have furniture, will there be quests involved, all the details there. I'm super fascinated about, any more so, especially since we have seen housing in other games such as Final Fantasy XIV and recently in NGS. I am super curious to see how they're going to work out. Also, we are going to see our full actual gameplay of Venomess, which is the brand new class that is coming in with Season 1, which as of now we have seen like a little, like, I guess you could say animated trailer to get an idea of what the character going to be and some lore stuff. So I'm very excited to see how this actually going to play, because honestly, the quack could be interesting, since it seemed like a little bit of, I guess, sniper poison with also like extra party member or pets that can be used, such as what we seen in the animated trailer with a little goblin friend helping out. So I'm very curious to see how they're going to operate when it comes to the character itself. And then a part that I'm personally excited for, but then again, I'm a little biased here, which is the Cradle program here. So I am absolutely over the moon to figure out what's going to actually be happening when it comes to this, since it seemed like as of now, especially coming from Digital Stream here, the Cradle and community stuff seem to be very important, at least to the Digital Stream side. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do here, not only for content creators and what might be offering here, hopefully some of the stuff I've been preaching about wanting forever from like Sega. Hopefully we'll get some of that stuff here, or at least something on par with other Cradle program. But I'm also kind of curious to see is will we start seeing other initiative outside of content creation getting into like Twitch drops and whatnot. So that is just like a little bit of a tease of the stuff that we know we're going to be seeing at this event. And honestly, I cannot wait for this, especially since, like I said, I've been pretty hyping up Wayfinder for the last few months here after playing the last few betas. And once again, I will be co-streaming or re-streaming this over on my channel here on YouTube, where you're watching it, as well as over on twitch.tv/troymaconn. Once again, on July 20th at 1 p.m. Central. I will probably start about 15-minute till, and we will break down all this and keep you guys up to date on all the news coming out of this event. So if you don't want to miss out on all that wonderful news, make sure to do thumbs up and subscribe, so you will be notified for when the videos are coming, because you better believe I am going to be covering Wayfinder here on the channel. And with that, I will go ahead, I'll leave a link below where you can check out the tweet, as well as the official Twitch account where you can watch this. If you don't want to put up with me and me being overly excited, I will have a link below for all that. And of course, with that, that's going to go ahead and do it for me for today. But I will be back tomorrow for more PSO, more Wayfinder, plus whatever other MMOs that might be popping off at the moment. So, till then, I will see you all in the comments.